Are you looking for a podcast about conveying that perfect bite to the mouth?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
I am wonderful in every single way. Happy, fantastic, lovely.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
That is amazing.
Almost as amazing as our sound quality.
Oh?
Do you guys hear that?
Do you guys remember I told Kelsey that I saw a TikTok? See, TikTok saves the day, man. TikTok is a thing.
Saves lives.
So, watched a video on TikTok about RTX voice. I realized that I said it wrong when we recorded. It's called RTX voice.
Now, what do we call it?
I called it NVIDIA voice.
Oh, it's all the same.
Yeah. So, I downloaded it and tested it. And I believe Kelsey said, I woke up the next day thinking that it was a fever dream and had to re-listen to the audio that I sent you. Because you didn't believe how much it eliminated the background stuff.
So Robert records this 2-minute clip, and it's basically like Taylor playing Animal Crossing in the background and just banging on shit and a fan going at high blast. And he's like, and now I'm going to turn on the RTX voice. And then dead silence. And I was like, did he stop recording? But no, there's his voice again. And then he turns it back off and you hear all the background noise again. I'm like, this can't be real. And so I went to sleep, I woke up and I was like, I'm going to listen to that again because I'm not sure I heard it right. But no, I heard it.
So
I heard every piece of it.
Based on something that you told me, I just would like to let you know that Taylor and Richard reacted the same way.
Oh my God.
Like I was playing it for her and she's like, okay. I'm like, do you not understand what is happening? And she's like, I mean, yeah, I hear your voice. I'm like, it's what you don't hear that you need to be listening for.
It's like jazz. It's what you don't hear.
It takes a fine ear to appreciate what was happening.
I never thought I would become an audio nerd, but this podcast has turned me into seeking for ways to improve the audio at every turn.
I know.
I'm pleased as punch.
This is the most amazing thing. So I was gonna have Taylor play something in the background the whole time, but she's off doing something else. So we're gonna have to figure out a different way to show you guys what this is really eliminating.
How about we turn it off real quick so that the listeners can see what it sounds like in our rooms?
Okay. So I'm gonna turn mine off.
Okay, I'm turning mine off. 3, 2, 1, now.
Yes, you can see all that background noise just hit up in the thing, right?
I know. You guys aren't seeing this, but in our audio program, the background noise is wild right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna type you some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you type me some stuff.
Typey.
Okay. Now, well, hang on. Because this is such a thing, it could eliminate these. Maybe we need to crack into these early.
Oh, yeah. Let's crack these things open.
Let's get this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right.
I'm
going to turn mine back on. Ready?
Ready.
In 3, 2, 1.
And we're back.
All right.
It
takes
quality.
5 seconds or so for it to really kick in.
Yeah.
But yeah, now there's nothing, and now I'm going to type you the drink that I'm drinking. Did you hear any of that?
I didn't hear any of that. Do you hear any of this?
No.
Is that nuts?
It is crazy. I cannot believe this. You guys, even if you were playing Overwatch or Call of Duty or whatever, with your friends on the computer, you can turn this on so that if wild shit's going on, you can be heard with your teammates perfectly. It works not just for this, anything like that.
Over the sounds of your clattering keyboard, because I know that I had the problem with my teammates. So like, your keyboard is so fucking loud.
Oh my god.
It's a mechanical keyboard and it's giant. So one problem I have run into with RTX voice. So I, as we discussed previously, have a GTX graphics card.
Yes.
It's like just underneath the RTX line. When I play Overwatch with RTX voice enabled, so we had to like hack RTX voice into the GTX. We got it working. Had to like eliminate a piece of the code.
NVIDIA tells you how to do it too, so it's not like this is some wild, like, horrible thing. Like,
right.
They know that it doesn't work as well, but they tell you how to do it just in case.
Yes. So I turned on the RTX voice and I was playing Overwatch, and it was hitting like 15 frames per second. It was not good.
Oh my god.
It was really bad. And I thought like maybe it was a one-day fluke kind of thing, so I tried again, and it was just it's bad. So I cannot do intensive gaming with RTX voice on, but for podcasting, it's just fine.
Okay. So I actually have the RTX one that it was like designed for.
Yeah.
And I will admit, while playing some Overwatch, I did go down in frame rate, like a minimal amount though. So like I normally have it set to hit like 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
I used to have it up at 144, and I was like, I don't really need all that. Like, let's crank up some graphical settings, right?
Yeah.
So now I hit about 110, maybe like in the 90s when like there's just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
So it definitely doesn't hit as hard on the RTX line of cards. So I cannot wait for you to get one.
I know.
And then you would just know the like full splendor of being able to use this and game.
I was looking at graphics card news because I want an RTX, but at this point in time, it's not in my budget. So
yeah, what
I have discovered in my research is that in Q3 of 2020, 2 new RTX cards are launching. The NVIDIA Ampere GA103, RTX 3070 and 3080.
Okay.
Those are coming out in Q3, and then in Q4, the RTX 380 Ti. So I don't know what the difference is between all these things, but I know that they're RTX cards, and I know that they're probably going to be just as good or maybe even better than the GTX that I have right now.
I just feel so proud because the other day I was throwing out the acronyms and the letters, and here you are saying them right back to me. It just sounds so nice.
I'm learning. But yeah, so I'm hoping that whenever those go on sale, the old RTX cards will drop down, and maybe Black Friday I can hit me a sweet deal and get an upgrade.
I know that you have, for the RTX line, or the GTX line, you have like the top of the line.
I know, because like, when I buy graphics cards, I like to future-proof it, so I don't have to buy one for a few years, you know?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Maybe I'll just like save some money. Well, we can't go outside because of COVID. I'll just sit on my cash.
I mean, all right, so here's my question.
Yes.
When you play a game, do you play, or do you try to hit 4K resolution?
So, let me tell you what I do.
Okay.
And this might make you mad. I don't know. I just boot up the game and I play it. I don't really care.
So you don't even know what it's doing.
I don't know what it's doing. Like the NVIDIA system, they have it built into where like you can go in and be like optimize, and it'll make the settings what it should be for your graphical power. So like in Overwatch, I'm just like optimize it, and they're like, okay.
It says that, but so all right. So like for Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
I think when I hit optimize, it's trying to optimize me to hit the maximum that I can at the 60 frames per second, right?
Okay.
But I like to shoot above that because it just feels that little bit more fluid, you know?
Yeah.
So I have to go against what they say is optimized to actually hit that cap that I'm trying to get to, you know?
You know, I think I'm only playing at like 60 frames per second. I don't feel like there would be much of a difference for me if I went further.
Oh man, it just looks so buttery smooth. It's so nice.
I mean, I play Diva most often, so I'm like up in opponent spaces, like shooting rockets and shit. So I don't know if it would be. There's a lot of like flashing and, you know, what do you call that? The flare effects happening. So I don't see a lot anyway.
Yeah. at the end of the day, it's all just like a preference of what you want, you know? And I
Yeah.
kind of like messing with all the settings because you don't get that on console, you know? So it's
Lets you feel
interesting
the
to me
power.
to like go into a PC game and be like, all right, I want character models to be this good, but this I don't really care about as much. Make that low, don't give a shit, and just like really tweak it to whatever I want, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like all about it. I just think it's fun to see what makes the frame rate just totally tank versus like shoot up, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I think you could get into it, maybe.
Probably. Maybe.
But so I think the one that you have is good for 1080p gaming.
Okay.
And if you just play games and don't really care, I don't know that you'll care to have the best of the line card because I have not quite the top. So in the RTX, I have the 2070, which is the step below the top one, right?
Yeah.
And I play all my games at 1440p because I don't really notice a difference between 1440 and the 4K.
That's shocking words to hear from you.
It doesn't look that much sharper or better to really like hinder my enjoyment, you know?
Okay.
So I go with the 1440. I think that's a good enough number. That's like 2K, which is still good, you know?
Yeah.
So I go with 1440, and my graphics card is like perfect for 1440 gaming. So I don't really need one that's more powerful because I'm not really ever tapping into that potential, you know?
Right.
Since you don't really care about a lot of that, I think you could go with a lower card and still be kind of future-proofed for what you do, you know?
Okay. Yeah. As long as it's an RTX.
Yeah, because those top-of-the-line ones in those are like $1,000.
I know. Like, some people
Which is
build PCs that
crazy.
are like 12 grand. And I'm like, what are you doing? What is that? Like, I don't understand spending more than, I think my PC was maybe 2,500, and that's a lot.
Yeah, because the one that I built, I don't even think I cracked 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you're spending more than 3,000 on a computer, I'm questioning it.
I feel like you need to be like animating movies or something.
Yeah,
Like what do you need all of that for?
that's a lot. You're
That
getting
is
a
a lot.
whole lot.
But I do hope that you can get a cheaper RTX card sometime soon so you can really get to play with this voice thing and enjoy
Yes.
it to its full glory.
Same here. Yeah, so if you see any deals, send them away.
I do have something to tell you
Okay.
because we talked about it last time.
Okay.
Well, let me usher you into Animal Crossing Corner.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
It's so nice here. The grass is green. The sky is blue.
No, it is not. It has rained the past 3 days on my island.
Yeah, actually,
Like,
it has been a really
all
rainy
day.
week.
I don't know what's up
going
with that.
on.
I guess because it's spring, they're like, oh, it's springtime. Time to make it rain every day.
Rain. Can you get struck by lightning in Animal Crossing? I worry about that.
No.
Okay.
No, it just rains. So last time, we had talked about how you were like, man, I wish that I would like get on the Nookazon and try to like talk to people out in the world and do stuff, you know?
Uh-huh.
Well, Taylor did that this weekend.
Okay. Did she get trapped into a basement?
No, but
Okay.
she did a thing where like she spent real money.
What?
So you know the thing that you don't like loot boxes in Overwatch, like spending
Oh,
money to get the digital
God.
goods. You know?
No.
Okay.
Why?
So she spent real monies
Human money.
and got flown to an island, and they gave her like several million bells
Holy shit.
because
Yeah.
they gave her so basically it's this guy, and I think this is like his like coronavirus business because
Oh my
he had
God.
people like coming in and out of the island like off and on the whole time that Taylor was there, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing is you have to order a package from him. So Taylor goes, I want to order the Royal Crown package,
What the fuck?
right? So he goes, okay, that's like, I think it was like $7 maybe.
Okay. That's, I mean, not criminal.
Yeah. So like she does $7 and she gets a dodo code, right?
So how'd you pay him? Like via Venmo or PayPal?
So we did PayPal because, you know, that's always easy to get your money back. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy was like, well, I do PayPal. Like, you know, I do it like a legit way, so it's not scary, right?
Okay.
So we do PayPal, and then he sends her a dodo code, right?
Okay.
So when you go to fly, it says like search for my friends or do this, or it says search for a dodo code, right?
Yeah.
So he gave her this code. She types in the code and it goes to that island, and then she went there, right?
Okay.
She could barely walk from the airport onto the island before it's like somebody else is coming in. Like people are just coming in and leaving nonstop the whole time, right?
That sounds like a nightmare.
I even said to her, like, I mean, if you were making decent money, wouldn't be that bad to sit through this, right? And she was like, no, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making money off of it, but to pay and then go there, and
I know.
Like, whenever I invite people to my island on Animal Crossing, there's a brief moment where I regret it because I'm like, God, I have to sit through this loading screen for like 35 seconds.
Yeah, well, imagine it just nonstop for like 10 minutes straight.
Okay.
So she gets to the island, and he basically, like, his character directs her to her little area, and he has dropped 41 royal crowns on the ground. Right?
Okay.
And I think each one sells for like 300,000 or like 500,000. Like they sell for a lot, right?
Did he get these like via that duplication thing?
Probably, and we tried to discuss that too. We were like, do you think he duplicated all of this before it was patched out and he's just like going through his wares? Because how could you do it now? You know?
I'm sure there's like some kind of way to hack it. I don't know.
Probably. But, so he directs her to her plot of all these royal crowns laying on the ground, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is my fault. And if she's listening, she'll be like, good, you took ownership, right?
Okay.
Because I was like, don't just fucking pick shit up. Like, ask him, is this my plot? Like, are these my things? And then grab them, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, while, you know, she's trying to type out, is this my stuff? You know, people are coming and they're going, and then it's pausing what she's saying and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently dodo codes let you come to someone's island for a certain amount of time.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if that means they set the time limit or if it's strictly like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Or 10 minutes maybe, right?
So she got timed out while she was typing?
So she got timed out and left.
Oh my God.
So she messages the guy back and is like, I just wanted to ask and be like respectful if this was the stuff. And he goes, oh yeah, that's the stuff. Here's the code again. Right? So he sends her the code and she's like, I only took one. So you'll see that there's one missing from like that big square of stuff so that, you know, he didn't think that she took a bunch and is like, oh, I didn't get them and come back for more, you know?
Yeah.
I want to be nice to this guy. He's like giving crowns out, you know?
So like, how does this work that he's directing her to the plot? So like he like shepherds her down this gated aisleway or something, or?
So his island was basically totally flat. Okay. And he just has the different packages of things that people want just like strewn about. And I guess like people would be, so like when she got there, she's like, I'm Taylor. And he just kind of like ran over to a spot and then ran away. Like,
so what is
like he didn't say, here's your stuff. That's why I was like, ask, be nice, be like respectful, right?
Okay.
Because there was like a plot of Nook Miles tickets laying there too,
God.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, well, I mean, don't look at those. Like, don't even walk near those because those aren't yours. Like, get away from them, right?
Like she's shoplifting in a store.
Yeah. And so, anyway, she gets the code. She comes back, picks them all up, and like the people just go, thanks, and then they leave, and then that's it.
That's so weird.
But so she put a crown on, and then picked up 40 of them. So
damn.
That much in bells whenever you go to sell them, you know?
That's ridiculous.
That is like a legit thing that people are doing, I guess, in this time to make money.
I mean, more power to him if that's his gig, you know? He makes $7 every 5 minutes. That's however many...
Think about that.
How many
Like,
dollars is that an hour? 7 times
how many people are coming in
12.
a day? And so when she messaged him to start, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm not ignoring you. I had errands to do this morning. I'm about to open up for the day.
Okay, yeah. So if he's making $7 off of just Taylor's package, did she get like the top of the line package?
I don't even think so.
So there's probably packages out there that people are paying like $20 for. But say that he services, however many, like one Taylor per 5 minutes. So $7 per 5 minutes. There's 12 5-minute increments in an hour. So 7 times, what's the number? 12.
7 times 12?
84. So he's making $84 an hour if he just has Taylor's.
God. Yeah.
That's, and you multiply that by however many hours he quote unquote works a day. If you're just sitting there with your fucking Switch out, you can put in like a 14-hour day. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
And you can make $1,200 in a day.
Like, think about that.
I don't want to think about that.
Isn't that wild?
Then I'm going to quit my job.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild. I mean, there's people out there that it's exactly the same as those people who go out on World of Warcraft and do the grindy shit that nobody wants to do. People pay them for that,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a whole subsect of really interesting jobs that people take in video games. And it's a good industry. And I don't hate those people for doing it. But I kind of...
Are envious?
I'm at once envious and also a little... I'm sorry, Taylor, but I'm like ashamed for the people that buy these things. Because like... What are you going to do with all those bells? Like, how does that make the game fun?
Oh, I mean, it was... I think it was just to go ahead and get some of the houses moved and some stuff paid off, and then just like, boom, enjoy it the rest of the time.
But like, that's what I kind of wonder about Animal Crossing. After I pay off my Bell home loan or whatever, my home loan and my moving the staircases and like moving the homes, what am I going to do?
The game is going to be entirely about the seasonal events and catching all the bugs that are available at a time. It's going to be about completing the museum, which I've already fucked up because I never caught the tuna, who was around in April, I think, or ended in April. So I have to wait till like, November before it's even a thing again for me?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just my personal style of gaming. Like, I would get bored if I had all that cash suddenly. I would just be like, what do I do now?
I mean, I know what I would do, but then it's like, all right, well, now I don't have to. It just helps avoid that grind, like you were saying with the World of Warcraft people, right? They're ready for like the end game stuff. They don't want to wait for all the work at the front. And I mean, Taylor's already done a lot of the work. She was like, I just want to try it because we had talked about it, and then she did it, and her sister had done it too, which I think she told us last time as well. So she was just kind of curious and was like, I just want to know.
It's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not mad at her for trying it. I think that's interesting, and it's a thing that she can say now, like, I did that. I made a video game purchase from another human in Animal Crossing.
I mean, I can make you mad at me.
Okay. Did you buy like 6 Royal Crown packages?
No.
Okay.
Just, I know how much you don't like this one, but I have bought loot boxes several times.
I know. Why do you buy
Overwatch.
loot boxes? Why do you buy them?
Because I want my skins, man, and I don't play as much as you.
Yeah, I guess I play way too much. I feel like
I'm mad because I had so much on the PlayStation, and when I switched to the computer, I had none of it. So really, even buying the boxes, I'm still fucking behind where I was. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I feel like skins and voice lines are not super impactful for me in a game.
Yeah.
Like, I get the limited time stuff. Like, there's some skins that I didn't get for like specific events that Overwatch was having, like the ones that come out for like BlizzCon, Winston has that like one good skin for BlizzCon. I'm like, oh, I want that, but I don't play Winston. I didn't go to BlizzCon. I don't need the skin at all. So
but it's his one cool skin.
It is his one cool skin.
Not really. He's got like 2. I
like
love the gargoyle
skins.
one.
That's the only good one. That is a good skin, actually.
I love that one. Yeah, I hate the Yeti one. I fucking hate the Yeti one.
So gross.
It is gross.
I get like PTSD looking at it from fucking winter event.
Oh man, that's like my favorite event besides Summer Games. But anyway, so that was my Animal Crossing corner because I don't have any news. I've kind of been falling out of it a little bit.
Yeah, getting too grindy for you.
Kind of, and plus the turnip market kind of bit me in the ass.
You know what, man?
So,
you know what? Okay, last week we were talking about how I was like, maybe I'll get into the turnip market.
mm-hmm.
I fucking bought 130,000 bells worth of turnips.
God,
they were selling
nothing.
Okay.
I bought 500,000, man.
That's
so
too many. That's all the bells I had. So I bought my whole bell's worth of turnips, and I have been in like a fit every day since. Like, it's only Tuesday. I bought these Sunday, and I have just been like, when can I sell them? I need to sell them. What are your prices? What's everyone's prices?
Basically, tomorrow is pretty much gonna be when you're gonna have to sell them.
I am so stressed out. I'm sweating all the time. Like, I bought them at 108 bells, which is like not a super good price. You can get them as low as like, 75 on some islands.
Yeah.
But so there's like all these websites. There's the one where you like, I think you showed it to me, where you put in your turnip prices and it tracks them. And it shows you like, what the prediction of it could be like for the rest of the week. Like, you might get 660 on this day. Your low is going to be guaranteed 25 on this day. So I've been plugging my numbers into that, and my outlook is not good. Like, it's not going to be good. I have to sell my turnips on somebody else's island. So I've been just like asking around on all these people. And then I found this thing today because I tweeted about how I'm having a fucking meltdown over turnips. And one of my friends tweeted, she was like, why don't you use this website where like people go and they post their turnip prices? And it sounds like that Crown Dude, where you get like a dodo code to go to their island, and you can sell your turnips. And some of them are asking for like entry fees. So they'll hang out at the airport and not let you pass unless you drop down. So it took me a minute. I was reading through the website. Everyone's asking like entry price 5 NMT. And I'm like, what is an NMT? It's a Nook Miles ticket.
Nook Miles ticket. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you want me to pay you 5 Nook Miles tickets? 5. That's 10,000 Nook Miles. I don't have that kind of mileage to give you to sell my turnips. Yeah. Even if your price is like 300 gold, like, or 300 bells. I don't have that kind of money. I don't, like, these people are running a fucking scam game. And so I found one where the entry price was free, and they were like, tips are appreciated, but you don't have to leave a tip. And
that's nice.
I know. And the price for their turnips was like 300 bells. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to sell these bells. And so you get in a queue, and you have to like, you have to like confirm your name and stuff, and you get into this queue, and then you have to leave the page open and don't touch it, because you'll get lost in the queue. You'll like exit the queue on accident. Okay. And whenever you get to like the top, 2 to 5, however many they're letting into their island at once, then you get a dodo code, and you get to go to the island, and you can sell your stuff. And so I put in my stuff. I was number 36 in the queue. And I was like, okay, I will wait patiently. And like 45 minutes later, I was number 13 in the queue. And I was like, okay, cool. And then 3 people left instantly. And I was like, number 10. I was like, yes, getting close. Okay. And then this fucking message pops up on the screen. And it's like, oh no, the person closed their gates. I'm like, what? Why'd you do this to me? I waited for almost an hour and your gates just close? Like, don't do that. Like, put it in your description. Like, I'm going to close my gates at, at 3 p.m. Central Time or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that was a loss. And then I go back to the central market area, and there's like one person who's selling turnips for 600 bells. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then so I get in their queue, and there's only 8 people in queue. And I'm like, yes. And they only allow 2 people on their island at a time. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get there real quick.
Okay.
And then I get to number 6 in that queue, and it fucking times out. The people close their gates.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
what are you doing? So I still sold me turnips. And I'm really getting frustrated about it. I'm willing to sell them for like 120 bells at this point. Like, just get them out of my inventory.
Mine I bought for 90. I wound up selling them for, I think, 110.
Yeah.
I at least made money. It wasn't good money, but I was like, kind of done with this.
I know, I'm done. I'm
Because
over
the only way to truly do good is to do that, sit in people's queue and just go find random people to like help you sell it for big bucks.
And then there's like scammers on the website too, where like, you go to their island and you tip them and then you go fucking sell your turnips and it's like buying prices 75 gold and go back and you're like, I want my Nick Miles tickets back. And they're like, too fucking bad. Get off my island. And they kick you out.
Oh my God.
So I don't know.
My store was closed today because it's upgrading.
Okay.
So starting tomorrow again, I will be checking morning and afternoon, and I will let you know when it hits over 108.
I'm obsessively checking my turnip prices. They have been so low. All of them are so low, and I feel like I'm dying.
Like, that's how I felt over the weekend. Like, I had my little thing, and I was like, okay, I only have 2 routes left that I can possibly hit. So on Saturday, my prices can either be okay, or they're going to be fucking low. And I hit the one that was fucking low, and that means the rest of Saturday, even in the afternoon, they were still going to be low, just not as low. And I was like, well, I'm fucked.
Yep.
And then here comes Taylor going, oh, I'm selling for a decent price. And so I was able to sell there.
Okay, good. I'm done with the turnip market. After this week, I'm not getting back in it. Like, I don't care. I can't do it.
I'm not about it.
It gives me anxiety to the max. Yeah, it's just I'm stressed out. Animal Crossing is not supposed to stress you out. I'm not gonna play turnips anymore.
I think it is supposed to stress you out a little bit.
Like, I would much rather fish for 12 hours straight than play the turnip market again.
Yeah.
And also, I've created a big fish and bug room because you were talking about Flick and CJ and how they buy your shit at 1.5 prices. So I'm like hoarding all my stuff now.
Good. I've been thinking about that.
I'm gonna wait for the beaver man to come back and then sell all my fishes.
Good. Well, speaking of games, this weekend I was like really into games for some reason.
All right. What you been playing?
So I was off on Friday, so I actually had a 3-day weekend, right?
Hell yeah.
And I don't know. I just want to play games for some reason. Well, it kind of started because I got on the computer and I was just messing with the Xbox like Game Pass thing, you know?
Yeah.
And Streets of Rage 4 had come out.
Okay. That's a Switch game, right?
Well, so it's on Game Pass as well.
Oh, okay.
And it's free on Game Pass. So I was like, oh, so I don't have to... Because I was thinking about buying it. And I was like, I don't have to buy it? I can just go play this game today?
Nice.
Okay. So I went and started playing it. And then I beat it.
Oh, okay.
In the day. I mean, it's a beat 'em up game, so it's not like it's incredibly long.
Okay, like a side scroller?
Yes. So I was gonna ask, did you have Sega or Super Nintendo as a kid?
I had Super Nintendo.
That's probably why you don't know what Streets of Rage is in.
Okay.
Because that was a big Sega game.
Yeah, I never had a Sega.
Oh man, we used to play Streets of Rage all the time. I loved it so much. Did you play Battletoads?
I played it briefly. It wasn't one of my like go-to games, but we owned it at one point.
So yeah, I was trying to explain what it was to Taylor, and I was like, "Well, it's a beat 'em up." She was like, what does that mean? Like a fighting game?" And I was like, "Well, it's not like a fighting game because you're not fighting like another person. You're just walking around beating people up."
Yeah, like the Simpsons arcade game.
Well, see, she hadn't played that either. But yes, that is a great example.
Okay.
But I was like, did you play Battletoads? Like, did you play this one? And I like named a whole bunch. And then she goes, oh, you mean like Aladdin? And I was like, how so?
I guess.
How so? She's like, well, you know, it's like 2D side-scrolling. You just like walk left to right. You're just like beating up people as like they come across. And I was like, yeah, but you're like beating them up, not throwing apples at them. And so that's like the closest that she could get. And then I was playing it because it's a big co-op game.
Okay.
Like it's all about getting like 4 people on the screen at one time, and then you're all beating people up, right?
Nice. So did you have people you're playing with?
No, I played alone.
Oh, well.
Played all by myself. It was very hard.
I'm sorry.
But I was trying to get Taylor to play it, and she was watching me, and she's like, no. I don't like that. So that didn't work out.
Well,
But I played through the whole fucking game. It was so good.
good.
I miss like the old games sometimes where it's not really about like the graphics per se. I mean, oh, that's what I wanted to tell you about these graphics. They're hand drawn.
Ooh, I love hand drawn.
Like they're hand drawn sprite animations, and I thought they looked so good. Like,
That's awesome.
oh man, I just loved everything about it. And I just miss the old games where it's more about the skill. It's not so much like, hey, just, be here for the story, right?
Right.
Like, Animal Crossing doesn't really take skill,
Right.
I mean, there are things in it that are skillful, like laying out the perfect island. I mean, that's a skill that I'm not really going to have, right?
It's a different skill set.
Yeah, but like a hand-eye coordination, like reflexes skill type thing, I miss that kind of game, right? And this game was fucking hard, Kelsey. It was kicking my ass a couple times.
All right.
Like, what the fuck? It's like, ugh! And then like you get mad, and then like you finally beat it, and like you're just so enthralled that you could overcome this thing that was beating you up so bad,
Yes.
But so I beat it, and the music in it, I loved it. It was so good. They got like
Tell me about the music.
10 different like composers and people to be in this game.
Hell yeah.
So it's almost like each person did a different level, I think.
Okay.
And it all sounds so 90s.
Hell
So
yes.
perfect. I have been playing the main theme in my head like nonstop. I want you to pull it up real quick
Okay.
and just listen to this chillness. Let me know when you got it pulled up.
I've got it pulled up.
All right.
Oh. Oh, this reminds me of, there's so much like saxophone happening.
Yeah, right?
This reminds me of a game I played on the Nintendo DS that was called Hotel Dusk.
Ooh,
It's very like,
that sounds cool.
it's very like noir kind of
Mm-hmm.
old school stuff,
Okay.
jazzy. Yeah, I'm digging this.
So the main theme's like a little slower. There is a part like about 2 minutes in where it gets like real crazy tempoed and stuff, right? But
It's very
isn't
cool
this
though.
just like a nice chill jam?
It's a good like driving song, like out on the open road.
Oh my god. So
Yes.
Saturday we were cleaning the house and I just put in my earbuds and was playing this soundtrack just to hear all the songs.
Yeah.
Now I want you to go to the second one. It's called Funky HQ.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's funky. Yeah, what does this remind me of? This reminds me of something. I don't even know. I can't put my finger on it, but it's
Yeah.
funky. It's got a beat.
I'm more about that main theme. I think it just sounds so... It fits the look of like that pretty noir like city vibe,
Yeah, the neon skyline kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Oh, this is jamming. These are some good tunes. We'll link these in
I
the show
know.
notes for you guys.
So it's a pretty good soundtrack. The
Oh, the second one, Funky HQ. It reminds me of when things get like serious in Phoenix Wright in an investigation right before you go to trial. That's what it sounds like.
yeah. I'm gonna send you this one. So this is the final boss battle, right?
Ooh,
The
yes.
final boss battle. It's super intense, right?
Okay.
So it's like fast paced. Tell me when you're in it.
Oh, I'm in it.
Okay, so it's really fast paced because you're fighting two bad guys at once. When you beat one of them and there's only one left, the tempo drops
Oh, cool.
and it hits that super intense, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta focus. It's time to get it." Right?
Nice. I love this.
I just love that whole shift. I thought it was so awesome.
That's very cool. I love the character design too. I'm just looking at these people, like that girl with the wraps on her arm. I want to be her.
Yeah. Oh man, this music's so good. I gotta
It's
turn that
very
off.
good. I
I'm
know.
done.
It's
I'm done.
distractingly good.
So anyway, Streets of Rage. I love the soundtrack. Loved the game. So I beat it, and then I was like, you know what else I'm gonna beat? I'm gonna beat Doom.
Oh yeah. Wait, I thought you already beat Doom.
So I had not beaten Doom until Sunday,
Okay.
right? So I quit when it said there's one mission left, and you can't quit from this mission. You either play it through to completion or you don't, right?
That's super final.
And I was like, okay, well, so I collected all the other secrets that I needed, and then I went into it.
Yeah.
The final mission is 4 levels back to back. It took me 3 hours. It was not one last mission. It was like the last third of the fucking game.
That's a lot.
It was so much, and that was skill reflexes to the max. That game, my hands hurt when I got done with that game.
That's how you know it's a good game.
It was awesome. I loved it too. Thought it was super great. So that's what I've been playing. Now I don't know what to play because I have Animal Crossing still, but I don't want to get into like a heavy game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Streets of Rage and Doom aren't heavy games. You can pick it up, play it, put it down. That's it.
I was going to recommend you play Disco Elysium, but if you don't want a heavy game, probably not that one.
Well, is it heavy just in like content or heavy like, oh no, there's like a whole bunch of branching things, a bunch of systems in place. It's like a 20-hour game.
Yeah,
like,
both of those.
Okay.
So maybe for another time, but you should definitely play that one. I think it would resonate with you.
I do want to.
Well, you want to know what I've been playing?
What have you been playing?
I've been playing Life is Strange 2.
Okay.
We haven't played very far into it, so we started playing it on Saturday and maybe got like a couple hours in before we had to run errands and stuff. But so far so good. Like, it's comparable to the last game, but with a more like political leaning message so far.
Okay.
So in the first game, it's dealing with kind of bullying and just like being aware of your surroundings and knowing who the bad people are. In this game, it starts out like I'm gonna spoil the opening of this. So this all happens before the actual title of the game fades in. So I don't think it's a huge spoiler, but if you don't want these spoilers, we'll timestamp it for you guys.
Yeah.
But so you open and you're like this you're playing this 16-year-old like Hispanic kid, and you go home and you're like talking to your dad and your little brother, and it's Halloween time. So your little brother has this like bottle of fake blood, and he splashes it on himself, and he's running around in the yard, and he runs into like the neighbor kid who's this kind of white supremacist asshole child.
Okay.
And so you have to like go outside and defend your brother because, you know, it was just accident. He got like fake blood on this kid's shirt.
Yeah.
And the white supremacist kids start swinging at these poor Hispanic kids. And the older brother, as the older brother, you can like, there's 2 options. You can like talk to your little brother and be like, hey, you shouldn't have done that.
Out.
Or you can confront the bully and be like, hey, stop fucking with my brother. And so we chose to confront the bully. I don't know what the other branch does, but I feel like it would get the same result either way. So we confronted him and pushed him over, and then he hits his head on the ground and starts to have a seizure.
Okay.
And it just so happens there's like a cop in the area, and he comes over, and it's like a young cop. He sees this white kid on the ground with fake blood all over him having a seizure. And then this other 2 Hispanic kids standing there. And then the Hispanic kid's dad comes running out. And the cop is like, hey, stop where you are. And the guy's like, my kids aren't bad. They didn't do anything. And the cop just fucking shoots the dad right on the spot. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's all very like police violence and marginalized people kind of a thing. And it takes place in the fall of 2016 when Trump got elected. So there's a lot of overtones of that happening also. So it's very heavy. Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be a really heavy game. But
see, that was the other type of heavy that I meant.
Yeah,
oh, man.
So it's a lot. And yeah, like after the cop fucking shoots your dad, you scoop up your little brother and you go on the run. So that's where we are right now, is we're just like on the run.
Okay.
And then the title fades in. You're like, this is happening.
Doesn't the little brother have powers or something?
Isn't that like a thing? I'm not like 100% clear on what it is yet, but yeah, it's basically like there was some kind of a sonic wave that happened when the dad got shot. So there's suggestions that the kid has powers, but we don't know anything concrete yet.
Okay. I won't go into more than that because think I know some things about it.
Well,
But
don't tell me
not too
anything.
much. Well, that's the extent of what I know, I think.
But speaking of spoilers,
Okay.
have you been following The Last of Us 2 leaks?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. I woke up one morning and it said Last of Us 2 has been leaked, and I threw the story away and have not looked anything up about it since then.
That is the response that I expected from you. So I'm glad that it hasn't been ruined for you. As a person who, like, I played the first game, but I wasn't like super, super into it, like that I wanted to play the second one super badly. So I didn't mind the story being spoiled for me. So I went ahead and looked up the leaks, and there was this whole thing about, we're not going to talk any of the spoilers in this podcast, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But there was a big speculation that the leak was a result of like a rogue employee from Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
And that is kind of,
I have seen that.
That is what everybody thought it came from at first, because I guess Naughty Dog was doing like a lot of crunch time and not paying well or something. I'm not super clear on what the actions were from, but there's a theory now that it was hackers. So there might have been, like,
I have seen, it was confirmed to be hackers, but that was just in a like a headline, because of course I'm not going to click it because I don't want to know anything.
Right. Yeah. So I've been doing research on it, and it sounds like there's a security vulnerability in some kind of a patch for one of the older Naughty Dog games. And hackers were able to get into that and use it to get access to Naughty Dog's actual servers of today. So that is where that came from. But from what I've seen, it's going to be a really, really good game. And I'm excited to hear your feedback. I mean, if the leaks are real and if they don't change anything after this has happened, I think that it's going to be a kind of revolutionary video game from what I've heard. So I'm really excited for it to come out. I think that it just kind of pumped me up more.
From what I have heard, whatever you read, that is it. I mean, like, it legit was leaked from the way, like, Neil Druckmann, the guy that made it, has kind of said, right?
Okay.
But I actually saw something from him on Instagram the other day. It was him doing like so it was on Instagram, so like the videos are shorter, you know?
Yeah.
But it was him in like 3 little clips, and it was him saying like, hey, we just went gold, which means like they have the final disc that all copies that will be released are copied from, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So the game is done, it's being copied, the executable is being sent to the PlayStation Store so that if people buy a digital, that's the copy that will run. Like, it's finished. And he's like, so yeah, I also just wanted to talk about the leaks. Like, if you haven't seen them, good for you. Don't look. But if you have, we understand that that's disappointing, but I guarantee, no matter that you know what's going to happen, it doesn't change that feeling when you play this from beginning to end. It is entirely different than just reading it on a page.
That's how I feel.
Please still get it. And I was like, well, I don't know anything, so I'm definitely getting it.
I think the feeling probably would have been stronger had I not read this and had I gone into the game playing it as is. But I also probably wouldn't have just bought it outright, because it, like, I liked The Last of Us a lot. It was a good game, but I wasn't like, I wasn't going to buy The Last of Us 2. Now I might. So yeah, I think it sucks that, you know, it was hacked and disseminated to the public early. I just don't know. I just kind of guess I wanted to pick your brain on it and like what you think if it was an employee at the company. Why? It frustrates me. I feel like if I was an employee working on the game, even if I had been working long, hard hours and had been underpaid for it, I don't feel like I would release the game preemptively online. Like, I don't think that is a good way to get out your rage, you know?
Everybody's different, though. Like, some people might have that more vindictive method, you know? Like, oh yeah, well, I'm just going to spoil it.
But if you're going to leak stuff, like, why not leak, you know, nasty emails from your boss or something? Why not leak something that's a little more detrimental to the power that you're trying to fight, and instead leak something that's gonna, hurt the feelings of a million gamers who are really excited for this and now have it spoiled for them.
Well, I mean, I guess you could think, hey, if I spoil the game, people won't have a reason to buy it, and then my company will tank,
Right. But then there's people like me who weren't interested previously and now are like, wow, that sounds like a good game though.
I mean, everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah.
I guess it is just how your rage could be quelled.
Yeah, I guess that's just not in my blood to want to destroy the machine in that kind of a way.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. But I'm glad that it has you very intrigued. That has me more intrigued now.
Yeah, you're going to probably shit your pants when you play this game. So, maybe throw up a little bit. Like, it sounds really good.
I mean, it's been a while since I've cried at a game, so...
Well, I feel like it's going to be a good one.
I think...
You're trying to think of the last game that made you cry?
I think the last game that I cried in was Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was fairly recent, right? Wasn't that like last
That was 2018, yeah.
2018? Goddamn.
Yeah, September of 2018. That might be the last one.
When did I last cry in a video game? That's a good question. I'm trying to think of the last like story-heavy video game that really got to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might have been... I feel like Life is Strange was too long ago, but that's the one that's on my brain right now.
Yeah. I mean, I've already told you what happened when I played The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, God, I cried at that one. And it was so moving, to the point that I would wake people up in the middle of the night just to make them try to go through the same thing.
Feel these emotions with me.
That's why I'm excited for Part 2. Because Part 1, I think the story's great and all that, but the fact of how much that game hit me, I know that Part 2 will hit that hard,
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm coming back. Plus, it just sounds interesting, like, how everybody has their own heartbeat, and there's connections between all the NPCs in the game and shit, and I just want to see how that all works out. But I just want to know how much this game's going to hit.
Well, I have a follow-up for a segment we did last episode in which we talked about headphones for like half an hour.
Okay.
So you guys recommended the Galaxy Plus buds to me.
Yes.
And I was super into the Google Pixel buds because they're like little Mentos candies.
Okay.
So I told Richard that I wanted to get some new headphones, and I showed him all my options, and he was like, these are all very expensive. And I was like, you're not wrong. And so he did some Googling, and he came back with these $40 earbuds that are called Soundcore by Anker or Anker. I'm not real sure. Anker.
Yeah.
So I'd never heard of this brand before, but apparently they are pretty good.
They're always up in the charts too.
Okay, good. I bought the Liberty Neo Total Wireless earphones. They come with a little charging case that is nice and hefty. It charges, and then you can like take it off the charger, and it's portable. You charge the earbuds inside the case.
Mm-hmm.
The earbuds themselves have a 5-hour playtime on a single charge, but the case holds 20 hours of charge. So it's pretty solid. I don't really wear the earphones for more than 5 hours at a time anyway, because I'll put them on for work in the morning and then go to lunch, and I can charge them at that time and then put them on for the evening. Yeah. And then, so I've been wearing them for the last day and a half, 2 days now, I guess, because they came in Sunday evening and I wore them Monday and Tuesday. So yeah. The first time I put them in, I was like, I hate these because they did that thing that you were talking about with the Yabras where you push them in and it like suction cups your brain. Yeah. I was like, I hate this feeling. And I really badly wanted to take them out. I was like, I don't like this, but I'm going to stick it through and just test it out with the sound. And I'm going to survive. And at the end of the first day, I did not take a phone call on them yet because I was nervous too, but I listened to a bunch of podcasts on them. The bass sounds great. They don't fall out of my head. They don't feel loose even remotely. Mm-hmm. They suction cup right in there. They suck on your eardrum. They're pretty comfortable to wear. My ears get like sweaty inside with them, which is gross. Yeah. So maybe I'll like switch to like a foam tip earbud or something that you can stick on the end of it.
That could work. Yeah.
Because that would absorb sweat and also not suction cup my head. But maybe it would fall out more easily. I don't know. But so far, I would give them, 5 out of 5
Okay.
stars for the price. They're pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I mean,
They're,
I've seen that brand around, so yeah.
they're not attractive. I would call them ugly even, but
Okay.
they fit just fine, and
Hey,
they aren't heavy.
they function. That's the point.
That is the point.
Yeah.
They have great Bluetooth capability, one-step pairing. I didn't have any issues pairing, and I always have issues pairing.
Okay.
So, that is my review for the
Well, good.
Anchor
Okay.
Soundcore Liberty Neo Total Wireless Earphones.
Okay.
Not sponsored, just passionate.
We got anything else going on?
I got a couple of things going on.
Okay.
Real quick. So there's a piece of Star Wars news that has been floating around, and I don't think you've heard this yet, and I'm very excited to be the one to break it to you.
So May 4th has just happened.
Yes, this news arrived yesterday on May the 4th.
Man, I was incredibly busy the whole day. I did nothing. It was a bad day.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I have seen nothing about Star Wars Day. Nothing.
Well, I hope this will cheer you up.
Okay.
There is a confirmed Star Wars movie coming out. I think it's going to be a standalone.
Okay.
It's directed by Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so excited.
Oh, man. It's going to be the funniest movie of all time.
I know. I have no idea who it's about or when it takes place, but I know it's Star Wars and I know it's Taika, and I'm very excited.
I want it to be about so remember The Mandalorian? It may have been
Yes.
the last episode where the two stormtroopers are just like chit-chatting and like trying to like shoot the stuff in the dirt.
Yes.
I want a stormtrooper movie by Taika
Oh my God.
Waititi where
That
it's
would be
just
so
like
good.
it's just this one dude and like him like coming through the ranks or doing whatever, and just all the shit that stormtroopers have to put up with in service to the Empire. That sounds amazing to me.
Yes, I would love that. He's co-writing it with somebody else famous. Who was it? Let me look this up real quick. It is Christy Wilson Cairns, and she wrote 1917.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I mean, she's got the experience with the war stuff. There's always good.
Yeah.
So you got the Star with Taika Waititi, and then the war with
the war's there.
with Christy Cairns. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm very pumped.
That is fantastic. I'm
I
very
would love
excited.
a Stormtrooper movie. That would be
Like-
so good.
Like, as soon as you said him, all I can picture is like, all right, so he's gonna take it in like the weirdest way. Like, we're not gonna get a hero. We're just gonna watch some dude that's just a cog in the machine, you know?
Just shit that happens in Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, just
What
like the
was
shit that happens.
There was a sketch, I think it was from Saturday Night Live, where Kylo Ren goes like undercover in his stormtroopers, but it's like a terrible undercover job. Yes,
Yeah.
I want it to be that, but extend it out to the length of a movie, please.
Like, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I want.
I'm so ready.
Oh my god. I'm excited.
So there's that piece of news, and then also unrelated to anything at all. Have you heard anything new about Breaking Bad?
No.
So word on the street is that Breaking Bad season 6 is in the works.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, it's going to be
Why?
the same one that I know.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't know if they're going to try to like make some kind of a bridge that makes more sense between Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, or if they're going to
So that would take it prequel route.
yeah.
Okay, I still
'Cause-
have never watched El Camino.
Oh, really? El Camino was good.
So are you thinking that it could maybe be stuff following El Camino?
Maybe. I can't remember how El Camino ended. I think El Camino ended with Jesse going free. I don't super remember.
Well, because, like, if you're going to make Breaking Bad, like, okay, you don't call it Breaking Bad without Walt.
Right.
know?
Yes.
If,
I know.
If you're going to progress the story, it needs to be something different. That's why Better Call Saul, it's in the Breaking Bad universe, but you don't call it Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
you know? If you're calling it Breaking Bad, that tells me Walt is now back in the picture somehow.
Right. So let me see if there's any more information on it on Google. So Breaking Bad season 6. Let's click on this for some rumors. All right, Breaking Bad Season 6. The reports claim that Breaking Bad Season 6 will follow the story of Jesse Pinkman's return and will reveal what happened to Walter White's hidden money. Jesse Pinkman will be the main lead and will work to reclaim the drug market in Albuquerque. Why, Jesse? No, he's supposed to be free.
Like you got
out.
Yeah, you got out. Why would you come back?
I don't know if I like this.
Because he had no tie to come back. He didn't have a girl, you know.
Oh my god. Okay, the show will not feature Bryan Cranston's character Walter White. The reports also state that Walter White Jr. and his mother, Skylar, will be prominent supporting characters for Season 6.
Okay.
This is taking all of my least favorite components of Breaking Bad.
So basically, Jesse's coming home to become Walt and marry Skylar and become Walt Jr.'s stepfather.
No.
That's the show.
Maybe he gets gay married to Walter White Jr. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? For a show that I like that much, I am 0% appealed by this.
Yes, I know. Like, it's such a good show. It's one of our favorite shows of all time. I think we discussed it in our decades recap when we were like, yeah, this fucking is the good show. But this show finished, and we talked about how it finished being like perfection, like chef's kiss perfection. It is done.
Yeah, like there's no need to touch this again.
Why would they revive all of these bad bits? Like, I enjoy the characters of Skylar and Walt Jr., but I would be lying if I said they didn't annoy the fuck out of me sometimes. Like,
Walt Jr., I can take. Skylar, 0%.
And Jesse's story resolved so nicely. He was out. I want him gone. He should be out living his life to the fullest.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be released sometime late 2021.
I guess I would say
look forward to that.
Where this goes, yeah.
I guess we'll keep following the rumors as they happen.
I thought you had good news for me today.
Sorry. I should have ended on the Star Wars. It would have been a good note to end on.
I know. Now I'm just concerned.
I have better news. Hold on. Star Wars is getting a movie directed by Taika Waititi. Whoa! Isn't that good news?
That is fantastic news.
Okay, let's relive that.
Well, I actually was trying to look stuff up while you said that, and I found actually really good news as well.
Oh, good. But you got
this is about the Mandalorian, though.
About the making of?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is different people that are going to be, because you know how like each show had its own director?
Yeah.
So one of the directors for Mandalorian Season 2 will be Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He is a Texas boy.
Yeah.
He's also the one that did Planet Terror from Grindhouse, which is one of my favorite things ever. He did Sin City. Yes. I would love to see what he could do with the Mandalorian.
Absolutely.
Now that is good news.
And that's good news. Now we can end the podcast.
Yeah.
You want to ride these speeder bikes into the sunset?
Yes, please.
All right. Hop on.
Just hopefully no trees.
Okay, friends. You know what to do. You got to tell more people about us. We got to grow. Help us do that, please. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platforms so you never ever miss an episode. We release weekly, every single Monday. What day is it? Today? It's Monday. We're releasing. Look at that. I didn't lie to you. If you got a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that would really, really help us find more lovely listeners like you to come to on Mondays.
While you're out there doing that, telling us about how awesome we are in those reviews, don't forget to go find us and friend us on all the social media. We are at YMBTOAP on Twitter, Instagram. We got Facebook, we got YouTube, and Twitch, which we just tried out the other day, trying to get a little dual video going on.
We had a surprise stream that we tweeted out. Make sure you follow us on Twitter so that you don't miss those notifications. Our good friend Ismail was in the stream watching us. He said hello. He notified us that we couldn't hear me.
Yeah, so I got to play with that and figure that out. Like, see, we got to figure it out. We're testing this stuff for you guys. Don't forget that you can also email us at ymbtoap@gmail.com. Please give us your listener mail. We love reading it, even if it's just a quick thought. If it's a topic, a suggestion, whatever you have, we love reading those. That, like, makes our day. tell us what your perfect Taika Waititi Star Wars movie is about. Because I think I nailed it on the head.
I think you did.
I think it's pretty perfect. But
did he direct an episode of The Mandalorian? Now that I'm thinking about it,
I don't know.
Let me look at that.
I think so.
Taika Waititi. He directed.
Yeah, he did the last one.
Oh, and that was one of the best ones.
Yeah, he did the one with the fucking stormtroopers that I'm talking about.
Oh my god, yes.
God. See, he can do this.
Oh my god, yes.
See, he can do this. He's already given us like the treatment for it. The here's the proof that it can work, and we know it works. Now I just need a full movie.
I can't believe that you nailed that on the head. Like
I cannot.
Way to go.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay.
See, that's it. You know what? Don't even bother with that email because I already got it. I already have it.
Don't worry.
I will be sending that to him myself so he knows what he needs to be doing.
Perfect. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Is there going to be Breaking Bad Season 7? When will it stop?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I know, it's dead silent. It's very, I feel professional.
I just can't believe it even stopped like a can crack right in the microphone.
I know. Like I was directly in the microphone with it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and that's what bothered me because I cracked mine hoping to like make you go, oh, getting into it, and you didn't react at all. So I was like,
sorry.
Oh, she doesn't fucking care. Like, fine.
Of course I care. Your can cracks mean the world to me.